The social root of addiction. Why do most addiction recovery methods fail? Why does willpower collapse again and again? Psychology works only temporarily, and the body itself seems to sabotage every attempt to escape. Why can a person know that addiction is destroying their life and still return to it consciously, repeatedly, against their own interests? Because addiction is not a problem of character, not a problem of morality, not even a problem of psychology. Addiction is a problem of social position, and when that position is empty, addiction will inevitably fill it. The hierarchy of reality, why everything starts with society. Any attempt to break addiction eventually collides with one unavoidable question: why should I live differently at all? Human functioning is governed by a strict, non-negotiable hierarchy. 1. Social. 2. Psychological. 3. Physical. This is not a worldview. It is not ideology. It is evolutionary biology. The psyche and the body are support systems. They exist to serve social survival and reproduction. You can temporarily stimulate neurotransmitters, improve mood, increase motivation, raise energy levels. But none of this can change direction if a person has no real place in the social structure. If a person is not needed by anyone, that carries no responsibility, has no one depending on them, contributes nothing irreplaceable, is not embedded in mutual usefulness, their nervous system will block long-term effort by default. The body asks only one question before releasing energy. For what purpose? If there is no social answer, energy is conserved. That is why people can't wake up early, can't stay disciplined, can't quit addiction, even though physically they could. The system is not broken. It is protecting itself from wasting energy on a life with no trajectory. The brain, as an economist, why we don't act. The brain is not philosophical, it is not moral, it does not care about meaning. The brain is an economist. Every idea, intention, or plan is instantly processed through one equation. Potential reward, cost equals action. If the balance is positive, gives motivation, focus, initiative, appear automatically. If the balance is negative, gives blocking, a curse, apathy, procrastination, mental fog. This is not laziness, it is a reflex as old as the species. Just as tendons reflexively release grip when a load is excessive, the brain shuts down thinking when a goal feels too long, too uncertain, too costly, too abstract. That is why people cannot hold large goals in mind, lose clarity when imagining long paths, mentally disconnect from big ambitions. Addiction bypasses this system entirely. It offers immediate reward, zero cost, zero uncertainty, zero social risk. From the brain's perspective, addiction is a perfect deal. The root of all addiction, social exile. Here is the truth most people instinctively avoid. All addiction begins with social exclusion. For the brain, loneliness is not emotional discomfort. It is a biological death signal. Evolutionarily, isolated individuals died faster, were less protected, did not reproduce, did not pass on genes. Therefore, feeling unnecessary, unseen, unembedded, irrelevant, activates the same stress systems as mortal danger. When a person has no social anchor, The nervous system enters emergency pain reduction mode. Anything that numbs this signal becomes attractive. Thus, escapism is born. Games, pornography, substances, binge content, endless scrolling. This is not weakness. This is not moral failure. This is survival behavior. The brain is trying to anesthetize the feeling of social death. Virtual dominance fields. Humans always move toward environments where they feel dominant. A dominance field is any space where actions matter. Effort is rewarded. Outcomes respond. Status exists. If real life does not provide such a field, it will be simulated. Games, pornography, and social media are not entertainment. They are dominance simulators. Inside them, effort is minimal. Competence is optional. Loss is reversible. Status is guaranteed. The nervous system cannot distinguish between simulated dominance and real dominance. That is why reality feels dull. Real people feel demanding. Real challenges feel threatening. The problem is not pleasure. The problem is false hierarchy positioning. Exit through psychology, destroying the illusion. Addiction survives only as long as illusion survives. Illusion is not destroyed by bans, not by suppression, not by moral pressure. Illusion collapses through presence. When attention returns to bodily sensation, physical space, real time, the fantasy loop breaks automatically. This is why horror movies stop being scary the moment you remember. Actors, cameras, lighting. The same mechanism applies to pornography, gaming, compulsive fantasy. Addiction requires dissociation. Presence dissolves it. Return into reality as a trained skill. Awareness is not information. It is not insight. It is a skill. Every time you ask, who am I? Where am I? What is actually happening right now? You pull consciousness back into reality. That is why a sudden phone call, someone entering the room, a loud sound, instantly kills arousal or craving. Reality overrides illusion every time, if awareness is trained. Exit through physics, energy logistics. Abstinence without movement is dangerous. Energy increases, but has nowhere to go. Hormones are released into the lymphatic system. If the body is static, they stagnate. Stagnant energy turns into anxiety, aggression, relapse pressure. Movement is not exercise, it is logistics. Load, heat, breath, rhythm are transport systems for hormonal energy. Without them, testosterone becomes tension, arousal becomes panic, power turns inward and collapses. Why? You must move toward fear. Addiction is avoidance encoded into the nervous system. Every avoided challenge strengthens escape pathways. The only way out is direct confrontation with reality-based fear. Fear faced in reality reorganizes hierarchy, restores noradrenaline dominance, weakens addiction circuits. As long as a person avoids discomfort, uncertainty, exposure, they remain trapped. Every step toward fear rewires the brain away from escape. Addiction is not the enemy. It is a signal that a person lost their social place, abandoned real dominance, replaced life with simulation. Willpower does not fix this. Bans do not fix this. Motivation does not fix this. Only one thing works. Return to reality. Return to the body. return to society, and that path is real. If this video helped you, subscribe now, because we are just getting started.